and welcome to my channel. I'm Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk, and today we are doing week 1 of March 2025's coffee and card using the Darling Dinos. And if, like me, you've probably already got a set of dinosaurs, but you know, these are just so cute, I had to get these as well. I think the old dinosaurs were much bigger than these, whereas these are quite small and dinky, so they're really cute. Lots of colouring in, and I've used the background papers I have used. I did write down and then didn't have my list. It's Thoughtful Journey is the background paper, and it has got loads of colours in it. So for this one, I think I used Fresh Freesia, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, pretty sure that's Night of Navy Light and Dark, more Daffodil Delight, and then this is Grey Granite. It's the light grey granite that time I used, and that's grey granite with the Flirty Flamingo from the dinosaur's body. Today I am going to be using different ones. So the circle is from Spotlight on Nature, and it's about 5.5 centimetres in diameter. So if you've got those, or any circle about that size, would work well. Right, so we are starting with some thick basic white. I'll get the pack out. See, I've got all my cheat here and I've not, there we go. It's set up so I can read it now. So we've got an A6 book fold from thick basic white, so that's 21 centimetres by 14.85, and then scored at 10.5 to get your book fold. I'll burnish that in a second. And then we've got the envelope to go with it. And then I've got a piece of, I know you can see it's the other half of this. Now, so that I could get 2 cards out of each sheet, it is actually 3 inches wide. So it's 3 inches by 14.4. Okay, sorry about the mix, 14.4 centimetres that is. Sorry about the mixed units, but that's so that I could get 2 pieces out of each sheet. And then you've got a piece for all your stamping, and a circle. I've already cut you a circle from Spotlight on Nature. The circle dies from that set, that bundle. Okay, so we're going to start with the stamping. So I'll just pop the card to one side and the stamps to one side, because I've got out all the stamps I need. So, and we are going to be stamping 2 dinosaurs and a little bow and a bowler hat. So if I get my Memento Black. Now, as you know, Memento Black is a little bit less juicy than the normal Stampin' Up pad, so you do need to ink it up quite well. Now, if you're using either water-based pens or alcohol-based pens, you can use Memento Black. If you decide you want to use our water-based pens, you can still use Memento Black. With alcohol pens, you can use any of the Stampin' Up inks, okay, because they don't bleed. Whereas if you use a water-based ink and a water-based pen, then you're going to get leakage or bleeding of colours. So, and then just going to do the same again. So make sure you've really inked him up quite well. I think he's a him and she's a her. Not quite sure what I'm basing that on. Okay. And then I'm going to stamp a little bowler hat. And a little bow. Pop that down there so that the dies don't need to overlap. Right, and so to colour in today, I am going to use these, which I've sort of put to one side with my trusty lucky band. So I have this time used lights and dark Blackberry Bliss. Okay, Then I've used Balmy Blue and Light Daffodil Delight today. I used Dark Daffodil Delight on that, but it was packed into a class, so I couldn't use it. Then we've got the 2 shaded spruces and another Balmy Blue, and then what's this? Dark Smoky Slate. So I'm going to start with the little hat, and I'm going to colour that in the Dark Smoky Slate. Okay, so there we go. Oh, a bit of muckment on there. I was panicking. And then I'm going to do his hat band to match my dinosaur. So I've actually used the light Blackberry Bliss, and then I am trying to remember. See, I've already coloured these in and die cut them. Let me just get them out and then I can see what I'm doing. Oh, you think you've got a plan? Yes, that's what I did. So I actually coloured her in. I've not cut out the hat and stuff. I'll just do them for you. So I've actually coloured her in green. So I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to colour her in with the light Blackberry Bliss first. And it doesn't matter if you go over the spots. I'm going to go over them again in the darker colour. So as I was saying, because there's so many colours in the designer series paper, you can really have a play with what your colours and just pick the ones that you want. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the edge here. There we are. And then I'm going to, I'll do her face as well. I did her face the same colour as the body. You can really take your time. If you want to add shading to give a more 3D effect, feel free. I do have a Facebook page or group called Linda's Papercrafters, and feel free to post any cards that any cards, not just cards that you've made with coffee and card. It doesn't even have to be Stampin' Up products. I just love to see what everybody's been making. So you can post your finished cards on there as well. I can see what colours you've used. There we go. So she's got a purple body this time, just drawn on my finger, and I'm going to do a light shaded spruce. Ruff, do we think? It's called a ruff, this bit? I don't know. It's a while since my little ones, 19 and 20, were into dinosaurs. I think most primary school boys go into a dinosaur phase. Oops, went over there. As I say, you can take more time and you won't have a light in the way that's stopping your head coming where you want it when you do yours. Okay, so you don't need to sit there watching me colour. So I'm just going to colour in the bow. I am really struggling to colour in with this blooming. I've got an overhead ring light, but it's just in the way. But if it holds my phone, so if I have it too far away, you're too far away from the image and you can't see it. So what we're going to do, I think I'm just going to colour this bow in yellow. Okay, and as I say, I coloured this dinosaur in light and dark balmy blue. Yes. Okay, so we're just going to do that, and I'm just going to cut these two pieces out. those all to one side. I'm just going to get my snips and just cut round these so I don't have to put the whole piece through, as I say, because I've already finished off the dinosaurs. Okay. So, yes. I do in-person classes in Sale in Cheshire, and I had one yesterday. So I do them on Sundays and Wednesdays and Fridays. One Sunday a month, one Wednesday a month, and 2 Fridays a month. And we were using this little one yesterday. So let's pop it that way. Get our plates. And nope, still plenty of life left in these. Now, sometimes these machines are a little bit tight, and if you find you're struggling to get your plates through, instead of using the white platform, use the grey one. So this is one officially for embossing, which is just a little bit thinner, so it means it goes through quite easily on my machine, but still cuts. So it's just if you're struggling. If it's working fine, leave it with the one you've got. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So tiny, tiny little dies. Okay, so we've got a little bow, which I'm just going to pop onto here. And a little hat, and somewhere I've got a stock of these all stuck to my desk. Okay, so that's going to go on there. Pop that on there. And then same again. No, I didn't move it. I thought I had. Okay, top plate, and we're just going to whiz those through, and then we can build our card. This away. So it's really starting to feel like spring over in the UK here. There's lots of daffodils beginning to make an appearance. Just checking my paper is straight, and it is. So it's nice to be welcoming spring back. We seem to have been having winter forever. Look how cute that is. Okay, and then just pop out, and there's our little bowler hat, top hat. So stick those dies together so I don't lose them. Right, and so we just remains to stamp our sentiment. So the way this sentiment is arranged is you've got, I'll stamp it so you can see. I'm going to use the smoky slate for this one. Any grey will do. I'm doing it to match his bowler hat. Okay, so we'll just stamp it there. Raw means, and then you've got a space, and with several sentiments that you can put in, and then it says in dinosaur. So somebody's really thought about that. As ever with Stampin' Up, they do think about these things. So I'm just going to stamp raw means in dinosaur. And then I'm going to grab my Blackberry Bliss ink, and I'm going to use the same sentiment this time, you're the best. Blackberry Bliss. Oh, right at the top. Okay. And you're the best, and I have got it the right way around. Just panicked when I saw it that it was, oops, I had it upside down. Right, I'm going to go look through the aforementioned light. And there we go. Try not to rock your stamp, she says, rocking a stamp. Huh. There we go. Raw means you're the best in dinosaur. Right, so we'll just get our card back in. And there it is. Lost my bone folder, so I'm just going to crease that fold, and we're just going to glue this down. Just make sure I have cut it. I have cut it to size. See, that's beautiful as well. How gorgeous is that? Oh, lovely. But we are going to hide it away. Love these papers because a lot of them have this like horizon, so it does look like a, I think it looks quite dinosaurish actually, because there were no trees and there's no grass. Oh, there was trees, but there's no grass, definitely no grasses when the dinosaurs roamed. So I just think that looks quite sort of prehistoric, do we think? So, and I'm just going to, now you can see here I've tucked that underneath, so I'm not going to put a dimensional there, so I'm going to put one there and then one sort of over here so that I can slot that dinosaur in. So I'll put it to the other side of the raw and a bit further in from the edge. So you're trying to be clever. There we are. Okay, one in the middle and one at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to pop those on. Just going to pop this sort of equidistance from the bottom and the side, maybe a little bit up from the bottom. There we go. And then I am going to glue our Tyrannosaurus Rex behind the sentiment. There we go. And then I'm going to pop on his bowler hat and get my tweezers for this one. Just going to pop his little hat on. And then I'm going to add our little girl with dimensional, so she's coming forward. I'm going to pop her bow on first. That's why I kept the glue out. I'm just going to pop a dot of glue on the bottom of her horn. Then with my tweezers, just going to position that little bow. And now I'm going to put the dimensionals on the back. So. And that's us done. So a nice simple card. Obviously, you know, you can pause the video when I'm doing the colouring and do your own colouring nice and slowly. And you can do all sorts of shading if you want, or just flat colouring like I do. So, and there we go. Raw means you're the best in dinosaur. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Take care. Bye.